So in the spirit of New Year, I just want to discuss just 5 things that every single home needs. Most of us have actually been working from home. We've actually changed our lifestyles a lot, and you find that a lot of businesses, a lot of companies, they've even sent the employees home to work remotely. I think it's also important when you're doing this to just have an environment that is inspirational, is motivating enough for us to be able to do our work. Of course, this is a space that you spend most of the time in, so you also need to be very keen and careful in regards to, how it looks, for you not to get bored or for you not to feel like it's something that is monotonous on a daily basis. We live different lives. We all have different kind of lifestyles. But at the end of the day, don't feel the need or the pressure to follow exactly the tips that I'm talking about today. But if the person that feels that you really need these things in your life, then I would highly recommend that you follow them and of course try to implement them in your daily life, or try just to implement them in your lives. For those who already have an idea of the things they need in their lives and in their spaces, then I would say just pick the things that you feel are important for you and leave the rest for the other people to come and pick and implement in their own spaces as well. So let's get started. The first thing that every single home needs to have in 2022 is, of course, a dedicated home office. I feel it's important to just have a designated area for working, somewhere that is, just for work alone and not anything else. And this, of course, is going to help you have an easy flow when it comes to your work, and help you also be able to just focus on what is important at that particular time, be able to do the particular maybe work that you needed to do, and of course with no disturbances. So if you have an extra room that you can transform into an office space, then I would recommend that you do that. Just try to personalize it to your own needs and to your own liking, and use that as your home office. Maybe you don't have a big space and you're working with a very limited space, then I would recommend that you just look for an area that you could use just to put a desk and a chair, and this could work as your working space. And this also helps, of course, be more focused and be able to do things in the right way, because when you're in that space of working, you're able to focus more, you're able to do things more, and you're able to get things done quickly. The second thing that of course you must have in your homes in 2022 is, of course, doing landscape in your outside areas. So I know this may be tricky because not everyone has this option. I'm just going to speak particularly for those people who have homes or own compound houses. This would be a great solution for you, especially if you're working from home. So try to ensure that you have a very nice looking outside with lots and lots of greeneries. This of course helps you to just relieve yourself when you feel maybe overwhelmed with work, or you just want that nice nature. You can't always go to places for you to feel that. You have a space that you can utilize, use that. So for those people that maybe don't have that outside option for landscaping, you can always opt for a balcony. For those who have that, what I can recommend is just try to go to Pinterest and look for options there. There are a variety of ideas that you can actually use, and this will help you make the right decision. Well, for those who do not have balconies or outside area for landscaping, then guys, I am sorry, there's nothing that I can do. I'm just kidding. What you can actually do is that you can always opt to go for fresh plants or live plants and fresh flowers. This is a great option to elevate the mood of your space and still have that natural feel happening in your environment and in your surrounding. So you can opt, for instance, to have live plants in your living area, in your bedrooms, and maybe have fresh flowers in your kitchen. Whatever it is that you really feel that you need the urge to have something there, then you can utilize that and just have plants in there, and of course still have that feel and excitement of nature in your space. And there's nothing as amazing as just having the warmth of plants in your space. They just make the space feel lively. And the good thing is that you're actually living in a very clean environment compared to that person who doesn't have plants in their homes. So this is a great option to consider. And for instance, if you want to have live plants in your bedroom, then I would recommend going for snake plants. This is the best option out there that you can definitely go for. The other thing that of course you must have in your homes in 2022 is the right decorative accessories. So what do I actually mean by this? I know there are varieties and different options of decorative items that you can choose from to decorate your houses and make them look beautiful, but I feel that we need to live more intentional and just try to choose the right decorative items in our spaces or for our spaces. So remember that actually having less, helps you reduce clutter and of course that in your space. And this also contributes to the overall feel and look of your space. For instance, you could swap out maybe let's say plastic flowers with fresh flowers. This goes a long way in making the space feel original, authentic, and intentionally designed. The other thing that of course every home must have in 2022 is of course beautiful curtains. Guys, like, who doesn't like beautiful curtains? I mean, for me, when I see fabrics, I get goosebumps, because ideas of how I can use the fabrics into curtains, how I can play around with that and all that. Well, it may be different for you, which is understandable, but just remember that having good curtains can change the overall feel of your space. It doesn't necessarily mean that everything else in your space must be top-notch or on point, but just having the right curtains may change all that and make the space look beautiful. As I always say, and I keep on emphasizing, guys, please remember to hang your curtain rods towards the ceiling and a few inches away from the window frame. In this way, you're definitely going to have air coming in and more light coming through the windows into the space. And this is definitely something that you want to consider because it makes the space look more grandeur. And the bigger the window, the more grandeur your space looks. So try to consider this and try to have good curtains. We have options, varieties of fabrics out there that are much affordable and are definitely going to match and fit your budget that you have. For the curtain rods, you don't really have to go for something expensive. Just go to a welding shop and just give them the dimensions and they will craft that for you. And of course, you can always pre-paint to the color that you want and just customize it to your needs. Okay, so good curtains is a must in 2022. Don't forget that. Make sure you do that because you need it and it's good for you. The other thing, of course, that every home must have in 2022 is good scent and aroma. You've experienced good smells everywhere, in hotels, in your friends' homes, in malls, and why not give yourself the same experience and have it in your own space? And this definitely elevates the feel and the moods of the environment. Like, it's scientifically proven that scents elevate our moods and provide positive vibes in the environment that we are in. So try to consider going actually for the organic scenting solutions so that at the end of the day it's long lasting and you have a better experience. I believe that we need to have intentional living and lifestyles in 2022, and I see that happening a lot, and I think it's high time that we start doing that right now. I can't go without nice aroma in my space like for an entire day. I will not lie. There's just a certain vibe that scents just bring to you, and if you've done scents before, then you exactly know what I'm talking about, unless you're actually allergic to scents, which is allowable and acceptable. But if not, then I would recommend that you have them in your spaces. That was it for today. Thank you so much for sticking till the end of the video. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel. Till next time, have a wonderful day and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.